Hello, welcome to my video on basic stock trading. This is all just for fun, okay? I am a very small-time, part-time trader. My job is a software engineer, software developer. I am not a financial advisor or financial expert by any stretch. I'm showing you how I trade stocks, and it may or may not be the best way. And I might even be wrong on some information in this video. So let's get started. Well, to start, you want to practice paper trading from a platform like TradingView, like here, or so that you can learn. And so you don't want to do that with real money just yet. So you want to get practice buying and selling stocks from paper trading. So now I'm not a TradingView employee, so it's just a platform that allows you to trade with fake money in a fake account. And once you get the hang of trading stocks, then you can open up a real money investment stock trading account, you would do this after you figure things out and get some practice. So, well, stocks. So what you're doing is, when you're buying and selling stocks, is you're buying and selling pieces of ownership of a company. Okay, so we're going to focus on trading publicly traded stocks rather than direct from the company itself. Publicly traded companies share its pieces of ownership with the public and allow the public to buy stocks in the stock exchanges. So, and I live in the Pacific time zone, and our trading hours are 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday to Fridays. Wall Street has after hours trading from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. But I don't know how to trade after hours. So Canadians regularly trade stocks on Wall Street. So Wall Street has two exchanges, New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. Canadians also trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Now be aware, the TSX and Wall Street have different holidays because one's Canada and one's US. So different holidays when they are closed and you cannot trade. So you gotta plan ahead if you might be looking to do some trading on a Canadian holiday or an American holiday, and depending on which exchange you're trading on, you gotta figure that out, right? Different stock exchanges have different stocks. So, for example, GameStop stock is traded on New York Stock Exchange. Facebook is NASDAQ. Rogers Communication is Toronto Stock Exchange, TSX. The way I trade stocks is I do it inside a tax-free savings account, TFSA, that allows you to self-invest. Benefit is that you pay no taxes on profits, on gains in TFSA. However, TFSA has a limit on amount you can deposit into it. This amount, this limit increases every year by a certain amount based on annual TFSA limit increases set by the government of Canada. So you can't just throw millions into a tax-free savings account, a TFSA, and make profit and not pay taxes. So when you're above that limit, you and you make profits, you have to pay taxes even in a TFSA. And how do you deposit funds into your TFSA? So you do that through your checking account of your online banking portal. You can set it up like you would set up the bill payee to pay bills, except you're just paying yourself into a different account. So another option is if you have a lot of money to invest above the TFSA limit, you need to either open a non-TFSA investment account, or you pay taxes above the limit in your TFSA account. So okay, so when you're actually buying or selling stocks, you want to set a limit in most cases. So for example, you may only want to pay $240 per share US dollars on Apple stock. Apple is a US company and it's traded on Wall Street, so therefore it's US dollars. That's the currency they're trading. So you would set a max buying limit, for example, of $240. So that means you wait until the price drops to $240 to buy it, and if the price never drops to $240, then you never buy it, and you cancel your order. You would also set a minimum selling limit. For example, you can set it at $280 US dollars. So you wait until the price rises to $280 to sell it. And if the price never rises to $280, then you never sell it, and you would just cancel the order. And you can manually cancel or change this buying and selling limit of your trade during trading hours. So Warren Buffett, a very famous trader, said, you buy stocks and you pretend the stock market is going to be closed for the next 5 years or something like that. He said something like that. Now, don't take it literally. What he means is many major companies' stock prices go up over a long enough period of time, and you just need to be patient and wait for it to go up. So this can be extremely stressful when you see the stock you own and the price is just dropping, and you're losing money, and you gotta decide if you wanna stomach it and wait it out and wait for it to go up again, which is easier said than done, and so it's something that I've made mistakes on, and tons of people have made mistakes on, where you sell a stock because it's losing money, and after you sell it, it goes up, and you missed out on it going up, and it can be frustrating and stressful, and so everybody makes this mistake. Okay, so let's go over buying stock. So let's say you want to buy Apple stock in US dollars. So you want to buy a limit of $240. So you would make sure you're in buy mode, and you would type in 240. And again, this is US dollars. So and then shares, it's 50. You can change this to 100 if you want, but in my example, I'm just gonna do 50. And you would hit the buy button right here. It shows you the quantity 50. AAPL is the symbol for Apple at $240 limit. So you verify that before you hit buy. And then and that's how you would buy a stock. Now, when I buy a stock through my broker, I use Questrade. That's my broker. Yeah, I'm not a Questrade employee. You can use any broker you want. Questrade charges me just about $5 of commission when buying or selling a stock. So the commission is a cost you have to keep in mind when you're stock trading. Okay. So an example of if you want to sell a stock, let's say you want to sell 50 at $280 limit. So you would make sure you're in sell mode here, and you would type in 280, and you verify you have 50 shares you're selling, right? And here it's just double check 50 Apple at $280 US limit, and then you would hit sell, and that would put in the order, and you'll need to wait until the price goes up. The current price is $249.79. You gotta wait until it goes up to 280, and then your order will be executed and you'll sell it. So yeah, that's how you put in a limit order, and in most cases you want to put in a limit order so you have some certainty on the price you're buying and selling for. Questrade charges me $4.95. Again, nearly $5 on selling a stock. So altogether, when I buy and sell a stock, I have to pay a commission on both sides, and it adds up to nearly $10. So here you can calculate your profit. It's $13,995.05 minus $12,004.95, and I get a profit of $1,990.10. And that's how you calculate your profit. So, and commission. Different brokers may charge different commission amounts, right? And it's added to you would make sure you add that to the cost of buying stock or options. Options have commissions too, but we're gonna get into options later. You would subtract the commission from when you're selling a stock or an option, right? Because the commission is deducted from the amount that you receive selling a stock. So hopefully that makes sense. Buying, you're adding; selling, you're subtracting. right? Okay, another thing I want to talk about is earnings. Earnings. So for every stock, each quarter in a year has an earnings day. So there are 4 dates in a year. Earnings days in a quarter shows financial numbers of the previous quarter that company puts out on earnings day. So stock price may significantly rise or dip on or after earnings day. So you gotta know when the days are for the stocks that you own. If you wanna trade stocks or on a stock that you don't own, you may want to look up the earnings day and act accordingly. Q4 earnings day show the numbers from Q3, quarter 3, because they need time to crunch the numbers before they can release it. One thing to keep in mind, Q1 earnings day show numbers from Q4. So there's 4 quarters in a year. So Q1 is January, February, March. Q2 is April, May, June. Q3 July, August, September. Q4 October, November, December. So when you're at the end of December, it's January again, and so that's why Q1 would show numbers from Q4. So hopefully that makes sense. Another thing for Canadians I want to talk about is CDRs, or Canadian Depositary Receipts. These are traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange, and it's in Canadian currency. As of December 2024, there are at least 65 major companies in USA that trades on Wall Street that has the corresponding CDRs, where you can buy shares cheaper than buying from Wall Street in US dollars, and for CDRs you're paying Canadian dollars for it. Okay, these are fairly new. They've only been around since 2021. It's low volume trading. You can still be potentially profiting from price movement up that mimics the up movement of the actual stock price on Wall Street. So you to trade CDRs, you would search for it like this here. This is how you would do it on TradingView, paper trading. So let's say I want to do, say, Microsoft CDRs. Let's see if I can find it. Here, Microsoft CDRs. I click on it, and I'll have it in my watch list here. I click on it, and I hit trade. Yeah, so Microsoft CDR, it's at 31.92, or you can buy it. You can set a, like I said earlier, set a limit of, let's say you only want to pay $30, so you would, and you want to buy 100 shares, and you would double check 100 Microsoft at $30 Canadian. This is Canadian limit, Canadian dollars, Canadian currency, because CDR are traded on Toronto Stock Exchange, therefore it's Canadian, right? So So that's how you would trade a CDR, and same thing if you sell it. Say you want to sell it for $50, 100 shares. You verify that this is correct, and you sell it. So yeah, that is CDRs, and that's all I have for stock trading. I will make a video on options trading. So I hope you find this information helpful, and please comment if you have anything to add or anything to correct me on. If I'm wrong on something, please let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.